Hi Cubbies, it's Mrs. Karen again. Are you ready for story time? So remember last week it was Timothy's birthday and he had friends coming over, but then all of a sudden things didn't go quite the way he wanted. They didn't want to play on the playground, all of them, and then they didn't really enjoy the petting zoo. So let's see what happens with the rest of Timothy's birthday. Because the train was coming. All aboard the Orchard Express, called Mr. Ted, the train conductor. Timothy and his friends lined up to ride the train. "Let's all sit in the first car. That's my favorite place to sit," said Timothy. "No, I like the caboose best," said Will. "You can look out the back window and wave at everyone." "I like the caboose too," said Mia. "Me too," said Lovey Lamb. Will, Mia, and Lovey sprinted to the caboose while Cubbie and Timothy climbed into the first car. "At least you're still with me, Cubbie Bear," said Timothy. They grinned at each other. The train chugged around the loop a few times. Then the train stopped and everyone got off. Down the road a loud motor rumbled. "I know that sound," yelled Timothy. "That's Dad on his tractor. Come on, I'll ask him to pull us on a hayride." "Hey," Will pointed, "where's Cubbie going?" Cubbie scrambled towards the trees as fast as his furry legs could carry him. "Let's go with Cubbie," shouted Mia. "I'm sure he's going somewhere fun." Mia, Will, and Lovey ran after Cubbie. Katie Collie followed along to keep an eye on them. "Timothy, where are all of your friends?" asked Dad as he drove up and turned off the tractor. "They don't want to do anything I want to do. This is the worst birthday ever," said Timothy, pouting. "Why don't you go visit Grammy Lois in the bakery? I think she's almost done with your birthday cake," said Dad with a wink. Cubbie stopped running and turned around. "Cake!" he shouted. He forgot about being scared of the tractors and set off for the bakery. Timothy and his friends ran right behind him. The friends raced into the bakery. "Why, hello," said Grammy, smiling. "Timothy, are you having a good birthday?" Timothy sighed and shook his head. "None of my friends want to do what I want to do." "I see," said Grammy. She looked at the group. "Let me tell you a story." While Grammy talked, she added cups of white flour to a bowl. "When Timothy's grandpa was still alive, I used to make him all my favorite apple desserts. He ate them, but I could tell he didn't like them as much as I did. One day, I finally asked him what his favorite dessert was, and do you know what he said? Oh dear, did I just put 3 or 4 cups of flour?" Grammy always became quite forgetful when she was telling a story. "Oh no, I'll have to start over." Grammy poured the flour out of her bowl and added 3 new cups of flour. Then she continued her story. "Grandpa said he liked cherry pie the best. Now, I don't like cherry pie very much, but do you know what I did? Oh dear, did I just put in 2 or 3 teaspoons of baking powder? I can't remember." Grammy dumped out her bowl and started over. She continued the story. "I started making 2 kinds of dessert, cherry pie for Grandpa and caramel apple cookies for me. It worked much better that way." "Does this mean you made me 2 kinds of cake?" asked Timothy with a hopeful look. "No," said Grammy, smiling. "It means you should ask your friends what they like to do. God's in charge of all of us, and in His Word, He tells us to do to others whatever we want them to do to us. That's found in the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 12. That means you treat others how you want to be treated." "I'll try it," said Timothy. He took off his crown and turned to his friends. "Everyone, what would you like to do right now?" "Could we help you eat your birthday cake?" asked Cubbie, spotting the cake on the counter. "Timothy, what would you like to do?" asked Mia kindly. "I think I'd like to eat my birthday cake too. Will you all help me?" said Timothy, laughing. "Yes," they shouted. The friends would still have to work on getting along, but at least for now, everyone agreed. And that's a good story. And that's a good reminder from God's Word that we need to treat other people the way we would want to be treated. So why don't you practice that this week, Cubbies? When you are around other people, your family or your friends, treat them the way that you would like to be treated. And I will see you next week. Bye, Cubbies.